Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. Check, 59. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Kill. Pilot, 64. We get it.
Minshew, 1st and 10. That one complete to Dede Westbrook. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
It's our field.
They go with Leonard Fournette, 3rd-year back from LSU. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Minshew. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy. Take care of the football. We're on the road. You're a youngster. Let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on. Long way to go in this one.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
44's the mic. Check. Hey, me and you all day. Heavy. Coming after you.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And this is caught by Watkins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Dalton operating in the red zone now. This is caught. Watkins. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Bernard. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal.
Check 50. 2 by 2. Move. Check safety. Hey, watch it. Check 3.
They'll run. This is Bernard. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Jags grab it. And he cuts left, and he's got an alley. And he cuts it, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll try to right side here with Fournette. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. All going deep here for Taylor. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things, and you know in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Dalton here from the gun. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 7.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. And Eifert has it. Dalton to his big target, Eifert for the Cincinnati first.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Bengals first down. That's the end of the first.
We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
That's what I do. Motion. 44 is the mic. Regular. Watch the screen.
Here's Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
44 is the mic. Check. All right, D, let's go. All right, D.
From midfield here, Dalton. He's got a man, and that's Alex Erickson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Dalton going to break the huddle, come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Dalton gives to Bernard. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Dalton, open man, Erickson. That's complete. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
Switch up. Check 43.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 7-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. He got 29 yards that time. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
Mike Ford in on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Coming to you, coming to you.
From the 45 on second down, Dalton, and his throw is incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine quarterback, there to make the play defensively. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So on fourth down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 now. Minshew, Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
60 out long.
Fournette, a first down carry. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Give him 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. Going for the deep ball. He's got it at the 15. It's a gain of 34.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. It'll be Minshew again. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Josh Lambo lining up for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you've got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
You go, hey, Alpha. 44's the mic. 44's the mic.
1st and 10 for Dalton. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Andy Dalton now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Erickson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Looking sideline, and that's caught by Watkins. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Sammy Watkins in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Around the NFL, they're in the second quarter at Lambeau. Early lead in that one for the Packers. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On 2nd and 12, Dalton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44.
On 3rd down, Dalton. And he comes back with one complete. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. On the ground with a tight end. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Guys up! We need team! Check. 30. Guys up!
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 38, Dalton. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here you go, 368. 44.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. Open man is Uzama. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route,
and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Sammy Watkins, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And And the blitz does come. Looking long for Westbrook. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was looking for Watkins that time, but it'll be second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On second down, here's Mixon. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And the Jags grab it. There he goes, right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
Got his man. It's Eifert. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Here's Dalton. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dalton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Hey, come on now, come on now. 50's the mark. 50's the mark.
All right, let's see what Dalton can do after the fumble recovery. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh?
And that'll set him back 5.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. They run the counter. Bernard. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 11-yard line.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing, Dalton. And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Andy Dalton with his third touchdown pass of the game. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Second and 6, just inside the 30. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Got it. Check, check. All day.
From the 29, Minshew, he finds Ajayi. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 38. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now. Right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. 23 yards, the final tally. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far, and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball, and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a fourth quarter advantage.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Lady! 50, check Mike 50. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Mike's 50.
On 2nd and 12, Dalton. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will bump the lead up to 11. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Minshew. This one caught over the middle. It's Oliver, the tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Minshew. Past the 20. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 17-yard line. This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Edwards now on 1st and 10. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 14.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And he completes it to Westbrook. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They run with Edwards. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off.
61. Ready?
Back to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Here we go. Here we go.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Cincinnati, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, it's yet another loss as they've started out now 0-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.